Most men believe it's all about technique, finding the right spot, using the right motion, doing everything perfectly. But here's the truth no one tells you. Right when you think you're getting close, that's the exact moment things fall apart. She pulls away, tenses up, and suddenly it's over. So what's really going on in that moment? And why do so many men get stuck there? You want to help your partner experience a deeper level of pleasure. And for many men, that moment where she completely lets go can feel like the ultimate goal. It's easy to believe there's a simple trick to it, that if you just locate the right spot and apply enough pressure in the right way, everything will fall into place. You've probably heard that it's all about finding a certain button and activating it. I'm curious, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through what's really going on. Yes, there are specific areas that can trigger strong responses, and I'll explain where they are and how to approach them. But there's also an important truth most people ignore. Even with the right technique, most men still don't succeed. That's because this isn't just physical. It's deeply connected to her state of mind and how safe and relaxed she feels in her own body. Let's start with the physical side. Some women respond more to stimulation of the G area, while others are more sensitive to what's often called the A area. We'll focus mainly on the G area, but keep in mind that every woman is different. One of the biggest misunderstandings is thinking of the G area as a tiny switch. It's not. It's a section of tissue, often referred to as the urethral sponge, located along the front wall inside. If she's lying on her back, you can reach it by gently inserting your fingers and curving them upward about 1 to 2 inches in. Going deeper doesn't help and can actually make you miss it. When you explore this area, you'll notice it feels different from the surrounding tissue. Instead of being smooth, it has a slightly textured, almost ridged feel. That's how you know you're in the right place. The movement matters just as much as the location. Instead of poking or rubbing randomly, use a steady "come here" motion with your fingers, curling them toward you. The pressure should be firm enough to engage the tissue, but never uncomfortable. Consistency is key here. As stimulation builds, this area can swell as it fills with fluid, similar in some ways to how arousal works in men. That swelling is part of what can lead to a more intense release. But here's what most people overlook. Even if you do everything right physically, it won't work if she doesn't feel mentally and emotionally free to let go. For many women, this experience can feel similar to the urge to pee at first, which can cause them to hold back. If she's tense, self-conscious, or unsure, her body won't fully respond. So, while technique is important, what really makes the difference is creating an environment where she feels completely safe, relaxed, and able to surrender to the sensation without hesitation. That's where the real shift happens. This is usually the exact point where everything starts to fall apart. You're doing everything the right way, finding the spot, using the correct motion, staying consistent, and suddenly she pulls your hand away. She tenses up, tells you to stop, maybe even says it hurts, or more commonly, that it feels like she needs to pee. So you back off. You assume you made a mistake, or maybe you start thinking she just isn't capable of getting there. But the truth is, the issue isn't your technique. It's the energy behind it. For many women, the pelvic area is where stress gets stored. When she's anxious, distracted, or doesn't feel completely safe, her body goes into a protective mode. Her nervous system shifts into fight or flight, and her pelvic floor tightens. When that area is tense like that, stimulation can feel uncomfortable or even painful, and that need to pee sensation becomes overwhelming instead of pleasurable. But when she's relaxed and her body shifts into a calm, receptive state, everything changes. That same area softens, fills with blood, and the sensation transforms into something deeply pleasurable. This is why you can't rely on technique alone. This kind of experience isn't something you force. It's something she allows when she feels ready. At its core, This is about release, not something you take from her, but something she gives herself when she feels safe enough to let go. And she simply can't do that if her body is bracing or guarded. In today's world, stress is constant, and many women rarely reach that level of mental and physical ease. Over time, they may even start believing that this kind of experience just isn't possible for them. Then they meet someone who understands how to create that sense of safety, and it feels almost magical. But it's not magic, it's awareness. So, how do you become that man? You shift your focus. Stop thinking like someone trying to perform a technique and start being someone who creates an experience. The most important factor here isn't what your hands are doing, it's the environment you create. This kind of release depends on her feeling safe, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. She needs to feel safe, understood, and emotionally engaged. And out of those, safety is the foundation. A lot of men misunderstand what safety actually means. It's not about being overly cautious, constantly asking for reassurance or acting unsure. That kind of behavior can actually create pressure because it shows you're seeking validation. And pressure does the opposite of what you want. It makes her body tighten up. What works instead is calm, grounded presence. You need to be steady, composed, and not attached to any specific outcome. When you're relaxed and confident without needing anything in return, her body picks up on that. She starts to feel like she doesn't have to hold control because the space already feels secure. So before anything physical even begins, it starts with you. Slow your breathing down. Get out of your head and into your body. Be fully present. When you're grounded like that, it naturally helps her relax too. When you're with her, don't rush. Take your time. Let things build gradually. Physical touch, like a slow, attentive massage, can help her unwind, both mentally and physically. It also gives you time to stay centered. Once she's more relaxed, you can gently move into more focused stimulation, keeping your movements steady and consistent. Rhythm matters more than speed or force. Then comes the most important phase, the moment where intensity builds. This is where she may tense up again or feel unsure. If she asks you to stop, don't panic. Pause, stay calm, and reconnect with her. Let her feel your steadiness. When she senses that you're grounded and not forcing anything, it reassures her that it's okay to move past that uncomfortable edge. From there, continue gently and consistently. Maintain that same calm presence. Sometimes, simple reassurance in a steady tone can help her relax even further. When her body finally feels safe enough, that's when she can let go completely.
Thoughtful. One more thing to keep in mind is that physical response is also influenced by circulation.
Good blood flow helps sensitivity and responsiveness, making it easier for her body to react and build sensation. At the end of the day, this isn't about mastering a trick. It's about understanding both the body and the mind, and creating a space where she feels completely at ease. If this gave you a new perspective, feel free to follow Inside Her Heart. Share your thoughts or experiences. I always read them. Thanks for being here. This isn't about mastering a technique. It's about mastering your presence. When you create real safety, stay grounded, and remove pressure, her body no longer feels the need to hold back. That's when everything shifts from resistance to release. The men who truly understand this aren't doing more. They're simply creating the space where she can finally let go.